Hey guys, how's it going? Jared here, Dex and Dice, Ramblings of an LGS owner. Just kind of wanted to toss a video out there today for S's and G's, just for the algorithm's sake. Full disclosure, I did actually spend some marketing budget on promoting the last video I did, and that has actually brought in about 20 or 30 new subs. So, hey guys, how's it going? Appreciate the sub. Um, and as much as I'd like to have organic growth, I understand that word of mouth really does only go so far until you got to chunk some money at things, and here we are. So it is what it is, just full disclosure. Um, Maybe we can just get the channel to organically grow now to where I can start monetizing things and, have a little less stress taken off of me. So, and I'll get into that a little bit later too. But wanted to address three things. One is that, so I watched the Magic Historian's video about Wonders of the First. Yeah, luxury cardboard, rectangles, stuff like that. And he's not wrong. It's, actually legitimately looks like a pretty cool game. I've seen some like how to and all that good stuff, and it really does look like it could, if it catches on, maybe give Magic not a run for its money, but make it kind of look over its shoulder and be like, maybe we should do something else. Takes about 30 minutes to play, maybe 40, I guess. Realistically, I would assume probably would depend on like decks, whatever deck archetype goes up against what other archetype, like any other game. But it seems pretty cool because like you have it's like 7 realms, and turn 1 you play in realm 1, and then each turn unlocks a different realm. Each realm has like a gem or a jewel or something you fight for. Each turn you get like 3 energy plus however many gems you control, and that's kind of like what you use for your resources to like cast creatures and other things. And then by the end of that 7th turn or whatever, whoever has the most gems wins. That's pretty much it. So, and I haven't played it personally, just watched some videos. Seems pretty cool. Something that would just be like quick to go, not like what I keep griping about Commander has become, where it's like, oh dear God, your 30-minute turn and your 6 extra turns and your 5 extra combats and your 9 fucking upkeep triggers, your 12 end of turn triggers, etc., etc. No. There's a reason why I retired from gaming. But this might actually bring me back, the same as the Gundam TCG coming out. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. I understand it's kind of hard to get these. The Kickstarter, apparently there was some weird stuff going on with that. Something with the booster boxes, and anyways, like, they didn't have to refund the money because Kickstarter usually doesn't make you refund stuff from what I understand, but they were like, screw it, we're going to refund you. So that was kind of nice of them. They use AI art, but like, 1, it's pretty decent AI art, to give it that. 2, get the fuck over yourself. It is what it is. I mean, everyone thought that video would kill the radio star. If you're old enough to remember that song. I kind of did, but didn't. There's still radio. There's still videos. And then you have whatever the hell there is now for music. Like, didn't kill it. It just is still there. There's just a new version of stuff. Shit just adapts. And I think AI art is just something that people are going to have to learn to live with, adapt with, coexist, etc. So yeah, I'm not big on that personally. Like, I'm not, but I see that there's really nothing that you can do about it. So, again, it is what it is. But that's the only real knock that I have, except for like, and this is kind of a thing I opened up on, obviously, just to get the experience. But if I can, Yeah, whoops, dropped one. If I can get the camera to focus, I'll show you. Like the foils and stuff, they do just like Magic does, where they Pringle. So that's kind of not good, but what are you gonna do about it? You know, it's the first set. You know, it was a Kickstarter thing. I'm sure as Tinsman goes on and learns things and et cetera, it'll get better as far as, you know, actual quality. So not that concerned about that. They also are from my old stomping grounds, my hometown of Columbia, South Carolina. So that was kind of cool. Main reason why I didn't even bother looking into the game to be like, yay, was just because it was like, fuck, they're from the hometown. They're doing something in the TCG nerd world. I gotta throw something their way anyways, just to be like, go you. So, you know, yeah. That was also another cool reason for me to just toss money at them. So, yeah, if you have been looking for it or whatever, highly suggest grabbing it and giving it a whirl. I know stuff is hard to find, like I said, but seems like it'd be worth it. So, moving on to the second one, which will be a quick little blip on the radar, is just the overall market. Like, not even just Pokemon or Magic or whatever, just the overall market. The more things change, the more they stay the same. It's the best I got, guys. I've been doing this officially for 4 years with an LGS, and then like 2-3 years, give or take, just on the secondary market, and then back in the 90s from like 94 to 2000, just like in the scene, trading, all that good shit. So like I'm not a real amateur when it comes to this shit. I know that I seem like I just don't know what I'm talking about, but I do. I just prefer to speak in ways that everyone can understand, so nothing is lost in translation. But the best advice that I can give you guys about anything right now is if you want it, buy it. Get in there and buy it. The best time to do it is right now. I know you're probably screaming at me for saying that, but I'm not. Especially with Pokemon, we all know that Pokemon ages like fine wine. Even if you spend $100 or $200 on something now, and it drops down to $120, in 4 more years it'll be back up to $210 or $220. So you just gotta, I don't know, you know, diamond hands or whatever it is. Hold on to that shit if you're a collector. Same thing with Magic. You know, draft boxes have been doing phenomenally well compared to what I thought they would, since no one gave a shit about draft boxes when set boxes came out. But everything, you know, draft boxes, set boxes, play boosters, all of that should level off around that 120 to 160 mark, I think is where it should level off, just depending on the set and everything. But if you just want to get into it, to start collecting, you do it now. Pay whatever is out there. Sure, you can find deals and all that good stuff, but get what you can while you can, because in another 6 months to a year, it'll be even harder. If everything crashes in another year or two, shit will be flooded. I get that. So you're kind of like, you know, razor's edge kind of thing. But if you've already got your product now, you won't have to worry about buying the dip or racing for that shit. You know, so again, I think just shutting up and buying it now is probably your best bet, because there's no guarantee that when the crash happens, you're going to be one of the ones to be able to scoop up everything that goes to zero, you know, because there's big fish swimming around just waiting for the opportunity to gobble everything up. And so yeah, don't miss your chance. Just go ahead and buy some shit and call it a day. Third point is a little personal, and I want to preface this with, yes, I know that I'm kind of being a bitch, and I know it's not the end of the world. I know that everything is going to be okay, but at the same time, you know, anxiety messes with you, a squirrel runs away. But anyways, went to the doctor, and found out that, like, your main artery for your heart, the left, whatever it is. Anyways, 96% calcified. They don't know if there's a blockage or not. With that, there good possibility. But anyways, so go to the cardiologist hopefully sometime this week to figure some shit out. Was just kind of told to continue taking it easy. Don't do anything strenuous. None of that shit. And I mean, like, the more I think about it, the more that makes sense over the last 2 or 3 years with certain episodes I've had. I've kind of blamed it on my anxiety and panic attacks and all that good stuff, but now that I know this, the more it explains the other shit that I've been having. Like the one for like a long time there, I was doing like, I don't know, like a mile or so on this little exercise bike I had, and then one day I just zoned out into my phone and just kept going, and I was like, oh shit, I've done like 5-6 miles on this thing. And apparently the old ticker didn't like that, and like the entire day my heart rate, and this is going to sound weird for some people, but like my heart rate didn't go down below like 96, 99. Usually I'm between that like 72, 80 mark. And it was just really weird, had that lightheaded runner's high. Anyways, so it explains a lot of random instances that I've been experiencing, and I know, I can hear you guys going, Jesus, man, I know people do this all the time, and you're right. Just kind of want to throw it out there, because depending on what the doctor says, which I'm sure it's going to be okay, but if he's like, hey, man, you need to adjust course, X, Y, and Z way, if it turns out to where he's like, you need to drop the shop or something because the stress is killing you, I'm going to drop this bitch, full disclosure. And the main reason why, guys, is like, I want to be around for my babies as long as I can, I've got a 16-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And I was lucky enough to have my mom until like 22. And when she died, like, I know that feeling of, well, what the fuck do I do now? Who do I talk to? And blah, blah, blah. Like, I know that feeling from that point on to this day. I couldn't imagine that feeling if I were to fuck up and expire and, sooner than I'd like. We'll put it that way. So if the doctor says that this is causing too much stress and I need to give it up, I will give it up. And I will just figure something out, But I just want to put that out there so that way if there is a video where it's like, hey guys, I'm gone, that's why. It wouldn't be, thankfully, knock on wood, that the shop went under due to like mismanagement or finances or any of that shit. It's literally, this bitch would be killing me slowly. So, yeah. But when shit like that happens, man, even though it's probably nothing bad is going to happen except for like getting a stent or whatever, just the idea of tragedy, it's human nature, man. You think about the worst sometimes. So anyways, with that being said, guys, I guess I'll leave it at that. Wasn't really trying to like, I don't know, I don't want to say trauma dump or whatever, but just, I guess pull at the heart. Anyways, yeah. Until then, by all means, I'm going to shill for myself, join the Patreon, all that good shit, help support the shop, help take some of that stress off of the, financial shit like I mentioned in the beginning. Like, the less this stresses me out, the more I guess I'll survive, I suppose. And then, like, if it fucking goes under or whatever and I stop doing stuff, the Patreon goes down, you get your money, you don't pay into it anymore, like, end of story. So, like, realistically, what is there to lose? If you're local, you gain a 10% off discount on new stuff. Sometimes I run flash sales. If you're not local, I'll ship shit out to you, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, highly consider joining the Patreon. Starts at $1.50 a month. I mean, couch change kind of thing. But also drop a subscribe and a like and all that good stuff on this video. Help me grow this channel, so maybe it'll be another revenue stream. And yeah, you guys have a good one. I'll talk at you later. And as I like to say, life is not a dick. You don't have to take it so hard, but sometimes the dick wins. Be good, guys, and I'll talk to you in the next video.